Welcome to Venture Step Podcast, where we discuss entrepreneurship, industry trends, and the occasional book review. Recently, Meta had their Meta Connect, where they discussed the next steps of products and vision for the Metaverse and Meta going forward. And there was a couple things that did go well and a couple things that didn't. And today in this episode, we're going to be touching on the things that I think Meta did great and some of the stuff that didn't go so well. But in my opinion, it's a little bit different, right? It's nuanced where you're pushing the limits of technology, live demos. I give them a lot more credit than I gave Google because I didn't like Google's show at all. So I think it was well done. Was there mishaps? Of course, but when you're doing anything live, these things happen. But in this episode, we're going to touch on some of the things that I think are important. I'm not going to walk through the 1 hour and 40-minute video, nor am I going to talk about all the specs. If you want a spec video, then there's great people out there that are way better than I'll ever be at any of those things. That's not my mojo. I think my mojo is providing insight on where I think things might go or my opinion on how things went. So then we just start off with, I think people's opinion would be like the star of the show would be the Quest 4. And the Quest 4 has all these amazing improvements. Their lenses are smaller. The resolution that they're able to fit in each eye is closer to 4K an eye instead of 4K total, which was very confusing because when you're buying it, they say 4K and you think it's 4K resolution, but it's really 2K, a little bit less than 2K on each eye, and it was like 3,800 total, so it wasn't even 4K all the way, and then it was in different eyes. Did not jive with that at all, but what I do jive with is that they're making improvements, right? It's the headset's lighter, it's better. I mean, it's just overall better. I mean, the technology's improved immensely since the last Quest, and I have my lovely Quest, I think, in my closet, and I like to use it sometimes. I mean, it's a cool thing. I don't know. Like, besides watching TV and doing different things on the Quest, I'm not really much of a Quest gamer, right? I tried some Quest games, never got into it, but I did like painting, or I enjoyed watching TV-ish. What I think was cool is to watch a movie in the Quest, where you put it in the movie theater mode and it's very immersive. Once you do that, you're like, wow, okay, now we're cooking here. Like, we're onto something. And during this Connect, they had discussed that they're releasing a Horizon TV. They're releasing Horizon TV, and it's coming with Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, and they mentioned some horror film company and Universal Studios. And so there's stuff coming to this TV platform within Quest. And this platform is going to be providing what they're talking about is now it's getting to the point where it's almost a movie theater-like experience without the sound piece, of course, in your house. So you have this professional setup that you could just have at any time on a whim, just put it on your face, which I think is really cool. And so I thought that was probably one of the keynotes there, where I was like, oh, I could see the vision there. I could see how that makes sense if it's super easy for people to watch the movies. I think my main issue with Quest is, like, it's immersive or not immersive, depending on what you're doing. Like, it's mixed reality or virtual reality. And if you don't know what that means, just mixed reality is where wherever place you're at there's stuff overlaid on top of it or like interacts with your reality. Like there's games that use your place, like 3D scan your place, and then you map it all out with the 3D scans. It accepts your room or your area, and then you play a game within your area over like your reality, which is pretty neat. And it's interactive, and it affects like your walls, your roofs, your floor, objects in your house, whatever. And then there's virtual reality, which is fully immersed. You're fully immersed in a different reality, hence virtual reality. So those are the two things. But I think the main issue with both of those is no one can really see you. Like no one knows what's going on. Like you don't know what your friend sees and how cool it is and funny. There are options where you can Bluetooth set up. Like there's like Bluetooth Connect where you set up your VR headset to your TV or whatever device you have that connects, and other people could watch you, but it commonly disconnects and it doesn't necessarily work as well. Like there's a lag time because you're transmitting everything from the VR headset to the TV, and then people are looking at it, and so there's quite a bit of lag time on like what you see and what other people see. Not too much, but it's definitely noticeable. But I'm not here to harp on the Quest, right? I think the main issue that I was trying to get at is it's immersive for one person, but not for multiple people. And I don't have 4 quests lying around where like we get beers, my buddies. I'm like, all right, guys, let's head home. Let's head to my house and let's go get on the quest. It's not the same thing as like getting on Xbox with your friends or PC or whatever. Whereas, I mean, from my perspective, like this casual gaming thing is more of a social experience, and I don't feel that at the moment these VR headsets enhance the social experience. It appreciates maybe, and maybe it's what's the counting term when they take all of the depreciation? Not straight line. I'm blanking on it, but you know what I mean. It's just like the experience is not as good, 100%, without a doubt. Oh, but that being said, it's gonna be sick. And then there was the announcement of new products and features for Meta Ray-Bans and just Meta glasses in general. And so I think the main thing that went wrong on this one is, well, everything's live and it didn't seem like they had a backup plan in place where they just moved on. I have seen some live demos from Google where things sometimes just didn't work live demo, and they had a backup like already in place. Like if this doesn't work, then we'll do this. And I could get the reason why maybe they didn't do it was because they felt so confident that it would work. They tried it so many times, tested it, that they were confident that it was just going to work 100%. But with these live demos, things like this happen. I remember one time I was presenting to like a high up executive at my company, and I was telling them about these different issues that we were having, and I was demoing something to them. And something that would always work, like a whole team of people are using it, randomly broke live demo, and I had to pivot live demo. But you know what I did? I had a backup ready just in case that happened, because these things happen during live demos. I can't explain it. Like your code would work. It's already been ran like 400,000 times by users, your system, and then you get in a live demo and it randomly breaks. I can't explain it. It's referred to as the demo gods. So let me share my screen and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to play a little clip from the keynote. Let's see, this is the right one. So in this clip, they're going to be talking about this live AI that they're rolling out in an update. So I'm sharing my screen. You can see it now. But basically, it's a failed demo, and you're about to find out why. Roll the clip.
Now, to show this, we've got Johnny Cirillo and Jack Coyne in the streets of New York.
You serious? Just got an ad?
Optimism isn't sunshine and rainbows. It's fixing things, changing the way we fix things.
So check out how this works.
Oh, this is conversation focused. Maybe I'm. Oh, sorry. Live AI. It's like 30 seconds forward in the video. My bad.
Live from a...
So I'm at, if you guys want to pull off to the side, close your eyes, lean back your seat. This is your moment right now. Minute 40 and 32 seconds.
Kitchen on Meta's campus preparing for the after party. How's it going, chef? All right. So what do you think? Maybe let's make, I don't know, what should we make? Maybe like a steak sauce, maybe Korean-inspired type thing, just to show what the live AI is like.
Yeah, let's try it. It's not something I've made before, so I could definitely use the help. Hey, Meta, start live AI.
Starting live AI. I love the setup you have here with soy sauce and other ingredients. How can I help?
Hey, can you help me make a Korean-inspired steak sauce for my steak sandwich here?
You can make a Korean-inspired steak sauce using soy sauce, sesame oil.
What do I do first? What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate a pear to add to the sauce.
What do I do first?
You've already combined the base ingredients, so now grate the pear and gently combine it with the base sauce.
All right, I think the Wi-Fi might be messed up. Sorry, back to you, Mark.
It's all good.
So this live AI did not work live. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? I think pushing these things out and doing these live demos builds a lot more trust than it does these recorded, scripted videos that you'll get from Apple. Like Apple never does a live demo. Like these things that you see are these pre-scripted. Everything is polished. There's no character to it. Nothing's spontaneous. Nothing's on the fly. Like it's never going to be the point where Steve Jobs like whips an apple out of his pants and says like, here's the new way that we're going to be using compute. It's in your phone. It's in your hands. You can touch the screen. Like it's not that vibe. Like it really isn't. And Meta as an old company, like Meta's quite old nowadays. Like it's not crazy old, but for tech and the way that they have dominated for so long, like you could become complacent. They are innovating, and not everyone agrees with the pursuits that they're taking, but I think that their investments are slowly paying off on the metaverse. I really do think that the metaverse would be like probably one of the places that you would go for a lot of things. If you wanted to go to school, you could maybe go to school in the metaverse, learn things. Some of these apps that they have where you can learn new skills is really cool. Like, there's an app to help you with public speaking where you speak in front of people, and then the AI in the crowd interrupts you and tries to take you off track and all these things. And you can learn how to paint. You can do 3D device modeling and CAD stuff, which is pretty interesting. You can do architectural work. I mean, just the amount of stuff that you could do in a Meta Quest, I don't think people realize, one. And then two, it's really cool. But once again, I don't feel that's the place where it feels collaborative, where everyone's got a Meta VR headset, or like even if I didn't have a Meta headset and I had something else, like I could talk to my friend, no problem. And that might be true, but it's not the same thing as, hey, you want to just take a phone call on my phone and I call up my buddy, we talk. It's not like that. There's not that pool of people yet. And if there are a pool of people, it's the 6 and 8-year-olds. You go on there and it's a lot of young kids. Especially if you're playing around in like Meta Horizons, like if you're trying to check things out, like these Horizon Worlds things. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to turn off the communications here because this is just so annoying. I'm just trying to check this out. I'm just trying to check out this world here. I don't need people screaming at me. Interesting, regardless. Well, what I'm really getting at here is these live demos that are failing. It means the company's pushing, like it means the company's being genuine and making mistakes. Like it makes the company more human in that regard, where they're genuinely pushing the limits of what is capable, and they're not afraid of making mistakes live to their shareholders and their customers. And they don't really, it's fine. It is what it is. Like, it's part of innovation. Like that's the truth. And as soon as a company like goes away from live demos and they start doing these like scripted releases and this and that, I have an opinion that like the company slowly dies, right? Like I don't think Apple's going to die like now, right? It's going to be a long time unless they change their route. Like they've got a great product. They got these things, but the most recent release that they had, they're saying it's the thinnest iPhone they've ever had. The thinnest iPhone. Have you seen they expanded the camera and made a camera bump similar to the Google Pixel, and then they're not including that into the width of the camera, and they're saying it's the thinnest ever. They literally shoved a bigger battery and more sensors, and that's where they put a lot of the sensors at, and they put the battery at the bottom. Confusing. But regardless, companies need to do live demos, and they need to have mistakes. People respect it, especially the engineers. And so they messed up with the live AI, and then there was another part where this is probably one of the most incredible things that they talked about in the keynote was the neural interface for the new Meta glasses, like the Meta screen. This Meta screen that they built it's an in-screen. It's kind of hard to describe, but basically it's a TV within your lens on your face, and it's kind of like Google Glass thing when they came out with like way back in the day. And you can look at your messages, look at your photos, take things. You can control the camera and the interface with subtle movements and your brain. So you use this little watch and you dictate like what you want to do, and then your hands help facilitate that. But it's quite crazy, and is an insane innovation. And I'll just share my screen, and so you can see it. What's going on here? My video is buffering. I've got plenty of internet. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Here we go.
And very bright. I mean, like 42 pixels per degree, which is sharper than any major headset that's out there, and up to 5,000 nits of brightness. So it is crisp whether you're indoors or outdoors on the sunniest day. This required a custom light engine and waveguide to deliver this. It's a lot of awesome technology that we're really proud of. And then there's the neural interface. Every new computing platform has a new way to interact with it. So for the glasses, we're replacing the keyboard, mouse, touchscreen, buttons, dials, with the ability to send signals from your brain with little muscle movements that the neural band will pick up so you can silently control your glasses with barely perceptible movements. The meta neural band is a huge scientific breakthrough. We have built a neural interface into a durable, lightweight, comfortable, and good-looking wristband with 18 hours of battery life and is water resistant. Now, I want to get into this in more detail. We've got two options. We've got the slides or we've got the live demo. Let's do it live. All right. Now, one of the most important and frequent things that we all do on our phones is send messages. So when we were designing these Meta Ray-Bans, we wanted to make it really easy to send and receive messages. And look, Boz is messaging me right now. All right, now, okay, I could go ahead and I could dictate with my voice, I could send a voice clip, but I've got this neural band, and it's silent. And now, and you know, a lot of the time you're around other people. So it's good to just be able to type without anyone seeing. And it's, I'm up to about 30 words a minute on this. You can get pretty fast. Want to try a video call? I think we should. What do you think? All right. All right. So I think our call will be coming in any moment now.
Boz, WhatsApp video call.
There we go. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what happened there. That's too bad. I don't know what happened. Maybe Boz can try calling me again. All right.
So I'm gonna stop the video there. What happens is Voz calls about 4 times and is unable to pick up the phone. And so they come out and they do a live transcription, or like, I guess, live transcription of the conversation. Like later on, they do a face-to-face. They show a different feature of the glasses, which is pretty sweet. And then they just move on. Like they just move to the next thing, right? Like, but like once again, the technology is so sick. Like I don't even understand how they did that. Like I'm having a hard time comprehending how they do it. Like I'd have to read a paper. I bet there's several papers about it. Like this is how we pick up the signals, and this is how we're translating it onto the UI and the screen and all this other stuff. Crazy things. And they've been talking about doing this for a couple of years now. Like it's been in the works, but just haven't been able to do it because I'm sure it's freaky hard. I just think it's incredible that they're doing that. Like, blows my mind. Doesn't make sense technology, and that's what we're looking for. Like that technology helps people dream. Like it helps people look and see what else is out there. Look for the beyond. Like that's what you want. That's what I want for humans. Like I want humans to explore, to look out into the world and to wonder and to experience. And the really only way to do that is to live outside your box and create a new box ongoing. You're just constantly going one box to another box, like a nomad in a strange world. So the two, like the in lens intelligence, as I mentioned before, crazy. And then another thing that they were talking about that was pretty interesting was the Meta Horizon engine. The engine is this engine that they're rolling out for Meta and like virtual reality and such, to where you can create these in-depth, high-fidelity spaces or generate objects for Meta Horizons. And some of it was using AI, like, okay, can you add some objects here, and specify the objects with a prompt, and then it just does it. But it looked incredible. Like, it looked really sharp. And then they talked about the TV thing. But the last thing that I thought was pretty interesting was their new release of their Oakley glasses. And I want to share that. And I was like, wow. Another ad? Wow. Let me mute this. Normally have YouTube Premium, of course. Like, who doesn't have YouTube Premium? And if you don't have YouTube Premium, you're missing out for sure. So, but let me share this. All over the place right now. Screen. Here we go. Screen.
You'd still come in clear to the person on the other side. I mean, the person had no idea I was on a jet ski, which is good. All right, we've added slow motion and hyperlapse capture modes, so you can capture your adventures in new ways. These modes are also going to be available on all the new glasses that we're announcing here, the new Ray-Ban Meta, the new Oakley Meta Houstons 2. So you can get great footage with any of the glasses. All right, we are partnering with Garmin. And introducing auto capture. So now if you're wearing a Garmin device, the glasses are going to be able to automatically capture video when you reach certain speeds or different distance intervals, or like every mile of a marathon. And then when you're done, we'll just stitch together all the videos for you, and you can overlay the stats on top of them, and you get a nice video that you can share wherever you want. And we're also partnering with Strava. So you can overlay your stats from Strava too and share all the same type of content with your Strava community. All right. We put an LED in them, so that way it can light up in your peripheral vision to help keep you on your pace target or heart rate zone target. So that's going to be really useful if you're using a Garmin device too. These are also our most water-resistant glasses yet. With an IP67 rating, they can get wet. I've taken them out surfing. It's fine. It's good. So yeah, there you go. They're also designed with swappable Oakley Prism Shield lenses for different light conditions, different styles. You can customize this iconic design however you want. All right, now I think that these are pretty awesome. I'm really excited for all of you to get to try them out. To give them a test and to take them for a little bit of a spin, we gave them to our friends at Red Bull. So check this out.
Hey Meta, what's the world record for the longest wakeboard rail slide? Hey Meta, what's the speed limit here?
The speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
Hey Meta, start recording. Let's have some fun! Wow! Woo! Whee!
Your current speed is 103 kilometers per hour.
Hey, Meta, record slow motion. These glasses are perfectly fit. Amazing.
Okay, so those are the glasses that they're rolling out. Also the house, and I think what's really interesting about those glasses and how they're positioned is they're positioned with this lifestyle slash or venturous lifestyle that you need to be on the go, capture any moment. And it's not positioned as like the Ray-Bans. The Ray-Bans are more casual, like you're getting drinks with your friends and you want to say something funny or capture a moment or cool lighting, you snap a quick photo and you can post it. This is you're doing things, you're doing events, you're going places, you're traveling, you're being crazy, you're doing adventures. You're adventure doing. You're doing side quests. That is the exact product positioning of Insta360, GoPro, and DJI. I think DJI. DJI. That's DJI. Oh, yes, it's DJI. My bad. So DJI. That's the exact positioning of those products, right? But none of them have this vertical integration to where you could take the video, take it, AI processes the video for you, puts it together, snips it up, boom, packages it, press a button, publish it to your platforms. Like super easy. Like whereas I have a GoPro, you have to buy the GoPro, you've got to hunk it around, and it's only thing it does is take videos. And there's going to be always a group of people that are like, I want the best, highest fidelity videos. But the people that really like hits hard are people going on runs or doing little events to where they don't want to lug these things around. They just want to be on the fly. And it's actually more on the fly than a GoPro or an Insta360. An Insta360 is kind of on the fly because you don't have to care about your take because it's a 360 video. And so like whatever you get, you can edit, post. Whereas this, you care less, and whatever you're looking at is being recorded because the camera's in the center of your screen, so you don't have to worry about it. If I were these adventure companies like GoPro, DJI, Insta360, I would be for real worried. Just the fact that this kind of thing can be captured at this fidelity, 3K fidelity is good. Like that's decent. On a pair of glasses, and the glasses have like an 8-hour recording time. Why worry about carrying a camera if you don't really need it? Like if you're not serious, and the GoPros and Insta360s aren't serious cameras either. So like they're really capturing the, niche enthusiast / adventurer. I don't really see a strong offering compared to just it has better image quality. Yes, for sure, 100%. But is the image quality like that much better? Like, are you legitimately recording stuff in 8K all the time? Because I know when I have a GoPro, I'm just recording in 4K because 8K takes up too much space. And I don't have unlimited SIM cards. And then I've got to upload all that stuff to the cloud or let it sync to the cloud. And it takes forever in 8K. So what do I do with all of it? I don't know. I mean, they were really getting me with the Garmin stuff, like the Garmin integration. I've got a Garmin. I've convinced so many people to get a Garmin. One of our colleagues at a company, his name's Andrew. I'm sure he doesn't mind me mentioning. He was convinced to get a Garmin, not just by myself, but his other running friends. And everyone who's gotten a Garmin has said it's been a game changer. They're like, this is life changing, man. Like, thank you. And I'm like, don't worry about it. And I just look at the stock price and I'm like an oil baron now, but with activity watches. I wish. That would be pretty sweet, but not the case. But big fan of the Garmin's. If you're interested in any watches, I would go with a Garmin. Garmin, all in. All in. Anyways, I think those are the main things I wanted to chat about. I mean, there was cool stuff with the Horizon, and there's awesome things that they're doing with the Quest 4. The main thing I want to discuss was the glasses, the failed demos. That's important. That means a company's innovating and they're being honest and they're pushing and they're getting stuff done. And they're confident. If you're not confident to demo your product live, you're not confident in your product. Simple. Just keep it simple. Like, that is the truth. And so all these companies that are talking about these features, it's not live. It's bullshit. Call it how you see it. If you can't do it live, how are you saying you could do it? Like, that's when one of your buddies is like, yeah, man, I'll get out there on the court and I can dunk. I can dunk. I'll dunk all over you punks. And then you get to the basketball court and they're like, oh man, my ankle's feeling a little achy. And I don't know. Today's not the right day. Like, it's overcast and the sun's not hot enough. My rubber's not getting heated up. I don't got enough grip on my shoes. And you're like, what are you talking about, brother? Put your shoes on and get it done. And they're like, oh, no, I can't today. I can't. I'm feeling a little, my stomach hurts. My tummy's hurting. And you're like, all right, man, have a good one. Peace. It's just so funny. It's so funny. Like, everyone knows a person who's talking out their butt about different things, either their importance at work or some relationship they have with their partner or something that they've got going on that they're just over extravagating the whole thing. And then you're like, all right, well, let's see it live. They're like, oh, hold on. I would, but I've got to show you at the right time. It's got to be the right time. The right time is now. We'll never know. You know, this could be my last day. And I'll never know that you could do what you say you're going to do. Yeah. So funny that companies don't live demo. Embarrassing. I would be more embarrassed if a company that I was running wouldn't live demo than if a live demo failed. That just means you don't believe in your product. Simple. But of course, eventually I'm going to get all my stuff squared away, right? I'm doing this live demo as well. One take, no edits, just whatever garbage I put in is the garbage that comes out. Normally it's just garbage, right? If you made it this far, you love a little garbage. But eventually I'm going to get these guests on the show. I know I've been talking about that for months. Almost died though, so really cut me some slack there. And I'm going to start working on my insurance projects. Like, they're going to be pretty cool, I think. If I don't say myself, right? It's going to be incredible. Honestly, going to be on the forefront of innovation, blockchain, cloud analytics. How do I throw some more buzzwords? AI integration, LLMs, agentic workflows, web. What is it? Web 3 now? Web 3, Web 2.0. peer-to-peer payments. Oh my goodness. I'm cracking myself up. You may not think it's that funny, but I do. So I think that's what matters at the end of the day, right? Okay. Wait. There's somebody. Oh, yeah. Appreciate everybody. Well, wherever you are in this world, have a good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thanks for listening in. Talk to you next week. See ya. Goodbye. The session. I almost messed up. I've got to end it in